How you
On
doing?
grading yourself there, Graham.
I'm good. I'm good, Darren. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So I take it that you know a thing or two about tire safety, huh?
I guess I do. My life rides on tires and the safety that they provide me, so I should know a thing or two.
Well, please educate me a little bit because I think I could be doing a little better with my Toyota Camry.
Yeah, you probably could because often people don't think about tire safety enough. And with the 4th of July coming up in summer, we anticipate a lot of people are going to be on the road. A lot of families have been thinking about that vacation spot that they're going to drive to for the last 18 months. It's happening now. So, when it comes to tire safety, there's three things that everybody needs to think about. One is inflate, second is rotate, and evaluate. So inflation, make sure your tires are inflated. Make sure they're at the proper manufacturer suggested pressures. If you look in the driver's door jamb, pretty much every single car will have it. If there's a sticker there that will tell you exactly what the number should be. Get those tires inflated. You should be checking them every month anyway. Have you been doing that in your Camry?
I have not been doing it every month, but it sounds like we should be doing that.
I'm putting you on the spot. So either every month or certainly before you hit the road, get those checked. Make sure the pressures are to the suggested pressures. Rotating your tires, front to rear, side to side tires wear differently. If your alignment of your car is slightly off, it's going to wear one more than the others. So getting those rotated will keep the tires in good condition and wearing more evenly. And the last thing is evaluate your tires. Make sure that they look like they're in good condition. Make sure you do a trick like the penny test. Take a penny, put Abe Lincoln's head down into one of the treads. And if his head is fully exposed, then you don't have enough tread and you are unsafe. So this afternoon, when you go back out to your car, you'll be able to check that out and see how you are.
Will do. When did you, out of curiosity, learn how to fix and maintain cars versus just drive cars?
Honestly, I started working on cars when I was about 12, 13 years old in the garage. I was out there messing around and changing suspensions and putting different wheels and tires on cars. I always enjoyed it. I'm from the Midwest, so every winter we'd have to put snow tires on and things like that. So for me, it was always a pretty common thing. And being from a racing family, a car family in general, it was something that I always enjoyed doing. So definitely pretty knowledgeable about it.
Was there ever almost a plan B as to a different field that you were going to wind up in?
I was fortunate that there wasn't. I mean, I guess there probably always is a plan B, but for me, my dream was to race Indy cars and to be involved. And, beyond that, I love cars. So I would have been, even if racing didn't work out, I would have done something in the car automotive industry. But for me, racing was always the dream.
I find that there's two schools of thought when it comes to people who are successful athletes and entrepreneurs aside from that. And one is that their house is like a museum to their craft. And the other person, you wouldn't know what field the person is in. There's not one piece of memorabilia. There's nothing. Which one are you closer to?
I'm closer to the second. I don't like racing stuff in the house that much. If you go in my office, the office has some trophies and helmets, race used helmets and stuff. But I don't have pictures up. I don't have, the racing for me. I like to try to separate work from home. I like to separate, racing and what encompasses most of our life versus my home life. I think it's important. And I also think it's annoying when people just have, a shrine to themselves in their living room. It's not that comfortable.
To be clear, I'm not in any of those photos behind me. That's not a shrine to myself. That's a shrine to other people. Are you a big entertainment person in general?
I would say depend. Not always. I certainly grew up in the Midwest, so I think we're pretty. I don't know. For me, more kind of down home. Kind of independent people versus my wife's from Southern California. So Southern California, entertainment industry, all of that stuff is far more active than Columbus, Ohio. So, for me, I always enjoyed entertaining and from the standpoint of going out and going racing. I'm putting on a great show. But that was about all I ever wanted to do.
Cool. Good answer right there. You also keep active with a lot of charitable causes. I know one of them is Turns for Troops. What's coming up on that end in the near future for you?
Yeah, that's great. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, my wife and I, we have our foundation. We raise a lot of money to help our veterans get them back on their feet, and that's our cause is called Turns for Troops. So, with one of my partners, United Rentals, who's my primary sponsor in racing, we raise a lot of money to help get our veterans literally back on their feet, buying and providing exoskeletons to VA hospitals that may need them. Exoskeletons are about $150,000 a piece. We've, I think, purchased 8 of them now, which is quite a big deal. And we also help with other, mobility and more advanced technology training. So utilizing VR technology to help PTSD and things like that. A lot of our veterans, as many people know, come back home and they're left with a big void. And we need, they need our help to fill that. And we certainly try to do that through Turns for Troops.
So if I can recap what I've learned in talking to you for the past couple of minutes here, Bridgestone is doing some great stuff, and I should be checking the tires on my Camry every month. You keep very busy with a variety of charitable endeavors besides the business. Family is super important, but do you have a favorite TV show or two that we should be checking out if we do have some downtime away from all this?
You're gonna laugh at me, but as I kind of said, for me, if I'm watching a TV show, it's probably a sporting event, so I kind of miss that. I guess if there's a TV show I do laugh at the most, I like The Voice. I think Blake Shelton is hilarious. So when Levine was on there or is on there, it's a comedy act for me. So I do enjoy watching that. But when I'm watching TV, it's typically going to be a sport. Right now, you got Stanley Cup hockey, finishing off. I got my Buckeye football coming up in the fall. You've got racing on. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm a sports guy, and that's what I enjoy watching.
Well, 2 quick questions, and then you're a free man. And the first one is, I had the pleasure of going to Columbus on a city-sponsored press trip a couple of years ago. Loved the food out there. Amazing restaurants. Do you have a favorite restaurant or two that you can recommend in that Columbus area? Sorry to put you on the spot there.
Yeah, no, Columbus is amazing. Yeah, as you just said, on High Street, where Ohio State is, it's that city's evolving continuously. For me, the Pearl is really good. Bakersfield is really good. Mexican food. But anywhere on High Street, if you go up and down there, Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse is amazing. If you go up and down that street, you're going to find a million places, bars, restaurants, great hotel, a lot that you can do. Columbus, Ohio is definitely trending forward. It's a really good city.
Direct flights to everywhere. People don't realize that. Well, the last question here, and you can promote yourself and Bridgestone as much as you want as part of it. It's Graham, any last words for the kids?
Yeah, I mean, in regards to today, if you're a kid watching this, make sure your parents check their tires because it affects you. It affects your safety. Make sure you go to bridgestoneamericas.com/tire safety. You can get a lot more information, a lot of tricks and tips on there. But no, I mean, we hope all the kids and people just listening, check out IndyCar racing. We're up this weekend, Mid-Ohio. We've got Nashville coming up, which is going to be our first ever time in a street course downtown Nashville, which will be amazing. But we're halfway through the season. Got a lot of excitement still left to come.
Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to everything that's coming from you in the near future, and have a great 4th, man.
Sounds good. Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Take care.
Paltrocast.